What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one, the only Ash Said It. AshSaidIt.com, AshSaidIt.com. Welcome to the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. I appreciate you guys for all of your love and support. Over 1,500 episodes and 500,000 streams worldwide. None of this would be possible without you guys, so I thank you so, so very much. And yes, we're still living a bit of pandemic life, all right? But we're making the best of it. And you got to make the best of your food, you know, as we're inside and we're indoors and we're cooking at home a little bit more. So I've got the wonderfully talented Chef Daz with me today. Hey, Chef.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty awesome. So, Chef, what part of the country are you holding down today?
So I'm in Atlanta right now.
Okay.
I kind of live in between both places, Los Angeles and Atlanta. So we're here on the East Coast in the ATL right now.
Yes, holding down the A-Town with us. I feel you. Okay. All right. So, Chef Daz, what was the inspiration behind you becoming a chef?
Well, I come from a big family. I have like 32 first cousins. My mom has 8 brothers and sisters. So food was always an integral part for us as family and get together. And, it always was something that brought people together. So food always played a big part in my life. And as I went into, further in my career, my studies, I studied business administration. I'm at Morris Brown College. And then, ultimately I knew I wanted to get into the entertainment space. I wanted to do nightclubs and restaurants and just be in a business that dealt with people. So ultimately decided to take a step further and really understand the industry. And I went to culinary school. And that was kind of the start of it all. And once I really dove into the basics and the fundamentals of cooking and understanding what it really meant to do the things that we've always been doing just by seeing them, but what it really meant to do it, I really fell in love with the craft.
Okay, all right. So as you were continuing to cultivate your craft and everything, what was the first roadblock that you stumbled upon that it kind of took you a little off guard?
Well, I kind of just touched on it, but the biggest roadblock for me was while I was at Morris Brown College here in Atlanta, historically black college, HBCUs, and the AUC Center has been around since 1881.
Yeah.
Well, my second year there, we actually lost our accreditation.
I remember that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so that happened while I was there, so I experienced that. And it forced, thousands of kids to go in different directions. And a lot of kids went to some of the neighboring schools. And, for me, it was the time for really to make a move. And culinary school was that move for me. But it was a major roadblock because I didn't know which direction I was going to go.
So, pulling away from that and further on past that, what would you say was your moment of confirmation? Like that moment that it just came together to you. You're like, you know what, this is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing.
It's interesting. So I actually had a client that you may have heard of. His name is Sean Combs.
Yeah, everybody's heard it. Diddy.
So I worked with Puff for, about 8 years as his personal chef.
Oh, wow.
And I traveled the world with him. And there was one moment we were in Ibiza, Spain. And I was on a yacht in Spain. And I was literally just off at the top of the yacht, just looking out into the sea by myself. Nobody else was there. But on the yacht, it was, Naomi Campbell, Leonardo DiCaprio, just the who's who. And I was literally just sitting at the top of the yacht, just looking out in the sea and just like taking in a moment of gratitude and understanding this is what I'm supposed to be doing. It was a real moment of clarity that I'm doing the right thing in my life.
That's amazing. So, asking a little bit further on that tip, when you're the personal chef of Diddy, Puffy, Puff Daddy, whatever everybody wants to call him, when you're his personal chef, when you're out on yachts and you're out on location at these different parts of the world or whatever the case is, are you cooking like for everybody? Are you taking everybody's order and everybody's specialty meals?
Yeah, so you definitely are. You are you're a short order cook, if you will. And the house that you're in, or the location, the yacht, or whatever the case may be, that's your restaurant. And there's a lot of different dietary restrictions.
Yeah.
So you may plan on doing lobster for somebody, but then somebody's allergic to shellfish. You can't do that. Or you have his girls, who they want dessert for dinner, or breakfast for dinner, I should say. So I'm cooking shrimp scampi and French toast at the same time, So you're definitely catering to everybody. But it's a very rewarding job.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, as you can imagine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Trying to keep up with him and keep up with the schedule and the travel, and
but worth it.
It's a lot. And it's a lot. You definitely put in the work, but it was a great experience.
Absolutely. So, getting into, how did Spice Sack come about?
So Spice Sack actually came about right here in the middle of the pandemic. So I have another company that I'm the CEO of. It's called the Culinary Group. And what we do is we do food services for schools and colleges and universities.
Yeah.
So we are a food service management company. And we had an account here in Atlanta, which is actually what brought me and my family here.
Yeah.
And we just opened up last August.
Oh, wow.
And we're rolling into the new year. We're super excited about 2020. And then obviously the pandemic happened in March, and we had to close down operations. So while sitting at home, I just kind of realized that it was a lot more people sitting at home like us, and a lot more people started to cook at home. We started to see a lot more Instagram posts of people cooking. And, for me, I've always been wanting to help people. It goes back to me teaching. I've always wanted to take the intimidation out of cooking and make people feel confident in the kitchen. And Spice Sack was kind of that thing that kind of was the light bulb that went off. And we figured, if we can create a simple Spice Sack to add to people's meals, to kind of take that step out that you need to find different ingredients, it would help people go a long way. So that was kind of when it was created. We kind of launched, the brain kind of went off in April, and then we launched in August. So it was a pretty fast process to launch, but that was the purpose of it, is to really help people feel confident in the kitchen and to take that intimidation factor out.
Yes. Wow. So what can people expect in a Spice Sack?
So right now we have 3 different custom blends. So the first blend is a chef's blend, and that's your everyday seasoning. That's your salt, pepper. We got some granulated garlic and a couple other spices in there. The next one would be a French toast, which seems to be everybody's favorite. It's obviously made for French toast, but it's a sweet blend. So this one, you can make the most amazing French toast with it, with eggs and milk.
Yeah.
But you can also put it in oatmeal. You can put it in coffee. I'm seeing a lot of different uses with the French toast. And then lastly, we have a seafood splash. And that one is obviously used for seafood and to make everything taste super tasty. And those things are literally, when you have your Spice Sack, that's all you need. You don't need any other seasoning besides that.
I love it. So, Chef Daz, a little birdie pinched me and told me that you guys are going to be offering something special for the holidays.
We are. So, as of today, we're going to launch it probably about 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to offer gift packs. So, the gift box would be something that you can gift to a friend, to a family member, to a loved one, and it's spicing up their life with some spices for Christmas. It's you can put the shipping address directly into our website, and we will deliver the spices directly to that address, and it will come in a customized gift box.
I love it. Chef Daz, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate you.
And thank you so much for having me.
Oh, definitely. Let everyone know the best way to get their spices, to go ahead and order up now because things are going to sell out. Christmas is right around the corner. So how they need to get to the website and how they need to follow you on social media.
Yeah, so my social media personally is Chef Daz. I'm on Instagram at Chef DAS. I'm on Facebook as well as Chef Daz. Have a fan page there. I'm on Twitter as well as Chef Daz DAS. And then the Spice Sack website is www.spicesack.com, and that's spelled CASACK. So spicesack.com.
I love it. Much more success, Chef Daz, to you and your team. Keep pushing forward. Love that energy and keep holding the A-Town down. You know what I'm saying? Always.
Absolutely.
And I appreciate each and every...
Thanks so much for having us.
No, thank you. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for your love and support. Keeping in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face, you tell them, don't believe me. Just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for, the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys.